Tonight, a busy weekend in Bend and beyond. We'll have a look at all the action drawing thousands to the area.
I'm standing outside one of the dozens of homes featured on the Central Oregon Builders Association's tour of homes. Hear from COBRA representatives and interested buyers about what makes these tours so special.
But first, the latest details on how police spent hours tracking down a suspect in Deschutes County today. News Channel 21 starts now.
Now, from Central Oregon's news leader, this is News Channel 21, first at 10 on Fox.
Good evening, I'm Lee Anderson. New tonight, a nearly 4-hour manhunt in Tumalo ended with one man surrender to police. Deschutes County Sheriff's deputies say they helped Bend police in a traffic stop just before 3 o'clock. They soon learned 38-year-old Ryan Fisher Salt was at the Tumalo Tavern. He was wanted for a parole violation out of Redmond. The sheriff's office used its alert system to notify nearby Tumalo residents. Fisher Salt was later spotted crossing Highway 20 near the old Bend-Redmond Highway and surrendered as 2 canine teams moved in. Several years ago, he was convicted of breaking into the sheriff's office shooting range and stealing 26 bulletproof vests. Today, a Bend High School volunteer coach was sentenced to 3 months in jail for 3 counts of luring a minor. 25-year-old Eric Nazario Aguirre was a volunteer coach for the wrestling team. He pleaded guilty to sending sexually explicit content to a student athlete and trying to engage in sexual relations with the student. He'll also serve 3 years probation and is required to register as a sex offender. He was immediately taken into custody after the sentencing. The Deschutes County Jail added new technology to its screening system to help combat the influx of illegal drugs. Inmates housed in the facility will have to undergo a body scan to check for hidden drugs or weapons on or inside their bodies. Prior to this new technology, checking an inmate for substances was an invasive procedure.
I'm excited to have it here in our county because it really helps us do our job.
It is pretty hard to go in and do a dress down and have somebody looking at you. And so I think being able to do just a quick visual and bring them over to the scanner is positive for both sides.
The inmates in our care and custody are our responsibility, and we want to make sure that we have a safe facility. This is one way to make sure our facility stays free of contraband to the best of our ability.
Sheriff Shane Nelson has spent the last 3 years working with the Oregon State Sheriff's Association to bring body scanners to sheriff's offices across the state. He hopes they'll end drug and safety issues within the state's jails. COCC is warning students against a recent spike in phishing and work-from-home email scams in the last few weeks. They say it's happening at colleges and universities nationwide. Some ways experts say you can stay safe: don't click on a link to a suspicious email, don't reply to them, and don't give out your personal information or passwords. One of the busiest weekends in Central Oregon is underway, from the Crooked River Roundup horse races in Prineville to the quilt show drawing thousands to Sisters tomorrow. And then there's the music in downtown Bend. Yes, the Bend Summer Festival kicked off earlier this evening downtown. It's one of the longest running local events in the summertime. News Channel 21 was down there catching up with all the festival goers. Some shared their thoughts on what makes this weekend so special and why things like this make Bend a destination.
I've lived here for about 16 years and I just love Bend. I love our downtown and I love Summerfest. It's just a great time to get out with your community.
It's like a veil of 50 years ago. It's not overcrowded and glitzy and glamorous. It's just nice.
Lots of great food tents, beer tents, lots of fun, happy people. It's an awesome place.
The free festival runs until 11 o'clock tomorrow night, and then it wraps up at 5 o'clock on Sunday. Tonight we're asking if you enjoy all the summertime festivals in Central Oregon. Tell us your favorite, or whether you'd prefer a different type of event where you live. The web poll's on the ktvz.com homepage. Sunny start to the end of the work week, and more of the same's on the way for the upcoming weekend. Let's get over to Jacob Larson now to get a first look at our local alert weather forecast. Jacob?
Well, Lee, that's right. We really saw a gorgeous day today. Tomorrow, we're looking at a slight chance for some showers. I'll have details on that coming up in just a bit. But for now, Lee, we'll send it back over to you.
The Central Oregon Builders Association's Tour of Homes is back with us. Max Goldwasser joins us with the details about the tour and today's real estate market. Max?
Lee, this is the Tour of Homes' 31st year in existence, and COBA officials say 10,000 to 15,000 people from all across the U.S. come to Central Oregon every year to check it out. There are 54 homes on the tour, ranging anywhere from $229,000 to $2.8 million. Tim Knope, COBA's executive vice president, says the market is moving toward a greener standard. That means more solar-powered and energy-efficient homes. He says the pricier homes on the tour are also completely electronic smart homes. That includes this home that you're looking at right now in Northwest Bend. It's the largest and most expensive home on the tour at 6,000 square feet and nearly $3 million. Knope says homes like these sell quickly at this time of year.
Really, spring and summer are the hottest markets here in Central Oregon for housing. So a lot of people are moving during those time frames, and so this is the perfect time really to showcase what there is to offer here in Central Oregon.
Knope says every year millions of dollars worth of transactions happen within a 2 to 3 week period before and after the tour. And he says a lot of these homes will be bought as rentals. So these tours seem to help in his mind, but what do people taking the tour have to say? Hear from them in just a bit. Max Goldwasser, News Channel 21.
The City of Bend celebrated the end of Phase 1 of the Neighborhood Greenways project today. It happened at Orchard Park on 6th Street this afternoon. The city spent the last few weeks adding things like speed bumps, traffic circles, signs, and new pavement markings along Northeast 6th Street. Now, the city's already talked about growing the project in the future, all in the name of safety. And residents seem to like the results, too.
I'm totally in favor of anything that can make me safer biking in town, which I'm going to do anyway, but I like to reduce the stress whenever I can, and that's what this route is designed to do.
And there's plenty of space for the cars and cyclists to be on the road together at the same time without feeling like they're going at a really high speed and I'm traveling at a much slower speed, and one of us might feel uncomfortable with that.
In a town like Bend that's growing so fast and there's so much traffic, I think it's going to help alleviate traffic. The more people that are encouraged to bike, that's another car off the road, another car that doesn't need to take up parking places.
You, from any of your neighbors.
So now begins Phase 2. That'll expand the greenways on 15th Street and add more routes on Milwaukee and Roosevelt Avenues and Centennial Street. Construction's planned for next year. Thousands of United flights will be canceled this fall. We'll tell you why in just a bit. And at 10:30, the latest on the vice president's trip to the border and how Democrats are responding. But first, the results are in on a community survey over waste in Deschutes County and what to do when the landfill is full.